Morning. It's 3:01 a.m. on my way to the gym. I looked in the mirror this morning and I liked what I seen. It's been a long time since I've done that. When I was in prison, while most people spent their time on the basketball court playing dominoes, hanging out playing cards, and don't get me wrong, I got involved in that too. I found out I was a very good gambler. I found out that I knew how to bet on sports. But even in prison, I was always dealing with people who were way more advanced than me. Doctors, lawyers, professional bookmakers. Yeah, you have all those kind in there. And I'd spend the majority of my time, I was in Yuma, maximum security facility. I was in Florence, maximum facility. And I'd spend my time during recreational hours running the yard, doing pull-ups, push-ups, and dips. And I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm almost 40. This year I'll be 40. 185 pounds ripped. And I looked in the mirror this morning and I liked what I seen. But what I was even more appreciative of is the development of my relationship with my family. I'm gonna share a secret, and I'm not 100% sure that this is true, but I'm pretty sure it is. Well, let me start off like this. Once you start to distance yourself from the bad influence, or once you start to distance yourself from that specific attitude that you don't want to embody, and you start surrounding yourself, well, let's just start with, if you separate yourself from those things, you will start to regenerate a whole new outlook. Let's say you just separate yourself. Let's not even go to the next level, because surrounding yourself is another level, another growth, all in itself. The two have nothing to do with one another, because while you're growing, I can't expect you to do everything at one time. It's an expectation down the road, but it doesn't have to be an expectation today. The only expectation today is that you create separation. And it's a lonely feeling, but loneliness is a topical feeling. It's not deep down. Loneliness is not deep down, because when you analyze what loneliness is, loneliness either means that you're happy with who you are or you're not. It has nothing to do with who's around you. Nothing. So when you say I'm lonely, what you're saying is I haven't analyzed the inside depths of myself to come to a conclusion about why I feel this way, and just simply resolved whatever it is that you feel. Loneliness has nothing to do with people. I want to be very clear. Loneliness has nothing to do with people. It doesn't. Loneliness simply means you have failed to analyze the thoughts and the feelings that are going on inside of you. That is it. But when you start to separate, you will naturally gravitate towards others that you want to be like. So I'm not worried about surrounding yourself with the right people. I'm worried about separating yourself from the wrong people. And understanding that feeling of loneliness is a topical feeling, and it's not something that has anything to do with who you're around. People are going to leave you. They're going to leave you whether you're good or you're bad, while you're up or you're down. People will leave. And be okay with that. I've seen God close and open doors, and I've watched it. And I've observed it. And I became a practitioner of watching those specific things happen because I wanted to see for myself firsthand, is this a real phenomenon? And it was. And when I start thinking about I'm lonely, well, then I simply say, well, I haven't analyzed the fact that people have left. People aren't there. It's okay. It's okay. Because how I feel about my family inside my home, when I speak about that, I'm speaking about Ricky, I'm speaking about my kids, I'm happy. I don't feel the need to snap on them. I don't feel the need to treat them a specific way. That's because I'm removing some of the tribal beliefs that were inside of me. I'll tell you one thing that bothers me a lot. I'll tell you one thing that does bother me a lot. That I don't have a communication with my father. I told my wife one day, I wonder if he knows that all I really see out of him is the person who used to lift me up to get me closer to the basketball hoop. I wonder if he understands, and I wonder if he knows that all I think about when I think of him is the person that would share a root beer soda with me. I would always wonder why he would never give me my own can, but I was happy because I was sharing it with my dad. Weird. But just because you were born into this world to somebody, at some point in time, you gotta recognize that maybe things just ain't right. You gotta be okay with that. Because God will never leave you nor forsake you. I love my little video journals. So all my kids are going to be able to go back and look at this stuff. And it's going to help them. They're going to see my thoughts. They're going to see my progression. They're going to see my face slimming down. They're going to see the way my clothes fit on me. And they're going to see the way my mind has developed into the mind of a man with purpose, determination, character, principles and values, and a trailblazer, blazing his own path. You're not lonely. You're just waiting to become the person that you should be. It's the only thing you're missing is being who you should be.